Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I am doing this as a massive Star Wars fan and someone who likes to get a little bit carried away with dressing up on Halloween. This is my sort of Princess Leia makeup tutorial based on science. Yes, looking at actual pictures and also the actual makeup sheet release from The Empire Strikes Back. I'm not saying you need to use any of these exact products, more like I'm just trying to take you through the basics of what you need and the style in which to apply the makeup to achieve that look. All right, so first we're gonna start with applying foundation. Whatever foundation you have is good. I'm going with a liquid. It's just going to be a little bit more finished looking, I suppose, a little bit more accurate. This is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation in number 51. I'm a little bit unsophisticated and I'm going to be applying this with my fingers today. Mind you, of course, do this in whatever shade is your shade, and I would opt for something with a medium finish. I find that in this situation, full coverage does not work as I would like. It's just a little bit too much, not really the vibe that I'm going for here in this situation. Okay, foundation is applied. Now we just want to make sure we have a good even base to start out with, as we do with any sort of makeup look. So I'm gonna go in and touch up a little bit with some concealer. We're not gonna do any under eye concealer or any sort of contouring, but I'm just gonna go in and sort of touch up any sort of blemishes that I may have. All right, now I'm just going to set this with some powder. There are a couple modern techniques that we're going to be avoiding like the plague today. One is winged eyeliner. The other is bronzer or any sort of contouring in a modern sense of the word. We're gonna do some Leia contouring, but we're not gonna do any you know, crazy lines or any of that sort of stuff, and no big eyebrows. So before we move on, I just want to get my eyebrows out of the way. Leia, you know, she's not, I would not consider her to be an eyebrow enthusiast, you know. They're there, but they're not the center of attention. So whatever your eyebrows are doing, I'm just gonna set mine with the wax. I'm not gonna fill them in. I'm not gonna do any of that. Basically, I'm gonna do this so they keep their shape. It's not really depositing color or anything. So we just wanna keep our eyebrows neat and tidy, but we're not doing anything too outrageous. Leia is listed as using a peach blush, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take a generic peach color blush. This blush is by Face Stockholm and it's in the color Harmony. It's actually very nice to do your makeup in a camera, I'm finding, especially if you know pictures are gonna be taken. Because a lot of times, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but you know, you do your look in the mirror and then you take pictures and everything is a little bit washed out. So this way, if maybe you're doing a little photo shoot situation, you can see that you're applying the right amount of makeup. I don't know if this looks like too much or not enough to you, but really, Leia's kind of a blush gal, so we're gonna play it up. Okay, step 2, and this is where you're gonna think I'm a little bit crazy, but we're actually gonna contour with a blush. This is a darker blush that I have, one of the darkest blushes that I have, and this is by NARS, it's Dolce Vita. And I'm going to apply this lightly, but we're just gonna do this on the cheeks and exactly where you would apply contour, but we just wanna give ourselves some cheekbones. All right, so the key to any good Leia makeup, in my opinion, I would say, is all to do with the eyes, and namely our eyeliner. Eyeshadow is not going to be the focus here. We're basically going to use it to contour our eyes, to give ourselves some eye sockets, but really the focus is going to be on the eyeliner and the mascara. Okay, we're gonna keep this as neutral as possible. So to prime my eyes, I'm going to use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. You wanna take one of your most neutral palettes, and we don't wanna do anything too warm, but we don't wanna do anything too cool either. So I am going to go ahead, I'm gonna start with this guy right here. It's pretty much the same as the Painterly that I applied, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this all over my lid. This is a really old NARS palette, but anything you have, any sort of brown taupey colors is good. For my crease, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this taupe color right here. And this is where the fun begins. We're going to sort of hollow out our eye socket. So I'm actually gonna go in quite deep here. And for this, it's really important to get into the inner corner right in here. All right, there we go. I went in a little sloppily with that color, so I'm gonna go back in with that original all over color just to flesh out that shape again. All right, this is a very important step right here. Now, we don't wanna do, it's our instinct to kind of bring everything outward, at least it's mine, and at least in modern makeup. But I'm going to mix the same color that we did the crease with a little bit of this darker one. Once again, these are all matte. And I'm gonna round out my eye here. I'm gonna go almost vertically here. And we're just gonna we're gonna conceal everything to this sort of round shape. I might sweep it under my eye a little bit too. But keyword for eyes is round. I'm actually going in a little bit heavier with that darker color alone. Okay, there we go. Now notice I'm not sweeping that darker color over my lid here. We want to keep this sort of light color here to just bring our eyelids forward a little bit. Now I'm going to do the same to the other side. I'm also using the same eyeshadow brush for all of this, if you haven't noticed. So I'm not very technical, but it gets the job done. It's just flat and pointed. It works very nicely. All right, now sometimes I take my finger and I just sort of even out the shape a little bit. You might want to clean it up a little bit. Remember, round, round, round. So if anything started to go this way, we're gonna just kind of smooth it in and make it round. All right, so now from here you can take a look and see what you need. I think we're gonna go in with a little bit more of that crease color. And I'm gonna bring it a little bit higher here. So I'm looking straight forward and I'm adding that dark color right under the bone. Okay. Now, depending on which specific look you're going for, your eyeshadow might change, but this to me is a very good kind of all-around Leia look for eyeshadow. And in my opinion, it's already coming together. Once you get that round shape, I think, you know, it starts to do its own talking. This next step is probably the most important part in my opinion. is the eyeliner. Now, liquid eyeliner is prohibited for this. You want a gel or a kohl, basically. And the color should be a black brown. You could go black, all the way, but it just depends. I have two options here. This is by Maybelline. This is the Master Precise Skinny. And if you can see here, it's pretty much a dark brown, which is good. It's very precise, and you can get a very good line going. And I think I'm gonna start with that and then maybe go in with the black if I wanna intensify it. And we are gonna apply this so literally, you guys. I'm gonna start with my lower line, and we're just gonna go right here where we're gonna start here where the lower lid meets the upper lid. And we're just gonna stick it to the lashes. You can see where I'm going with this, right? This lower eyeliner is going to be, in my opinion, the most important step. I might even go in and top this off with another round of it. Now, we are only going as far as your lashes go, so we're gonna leave this inner corner untouched for now. All right, now we're going to do the top line, and same sort of premise. We're gonna go as only to where the lashes go, but we're gonna make it just we're gonna make it pretty much even all the way, maybe a little bit heavier here and throughout, and then we're just gonna slowly taper out here as we get into the inner corner. Take your time doing this. It's the most important step. All right, that's one eye done. I'm gonna do it to the other. All right, voila. Like I said, I could go in with the black and intensify this a little more. It really depends on the look you're going for. In my opinion, Return of the Jedi is a little bit heavier on the eyeliner. So for example, if I was doing a look from Jabba's Palace, I would probably just do all black. Now we're just gonna top this off with a little bit of mascara. We're gonna do it here on the lower lashes. There were a couple different lipsticks listed, and if you look at Empire Strikes Back, her lipstick just does change. So in my opinion, that raspberry color is probably the scenes on Hoth. I actually have this right here. I'm not 100% sure if this is the same as it was all the way back then, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. First, I'm gonna line my lips in Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. We're not gonna overline or anything. If anything, you know, you wanna plump out your lower lip a little bit more. Okay, and I'm just gonna use this lightly. All right, there it is. That's a little too heavy duty in my opinion. So I'm just gonna go in with my finger and I'm just gonna blot it down a little bit. All right, and there we have it. Another quick option for you, if you are looking to do Jabba's Palace, she has a bit of a reddish color with like this orangey glitter sheen over it. And I actually have the perfect lipstick color. This is MAC CB96. I'll go ahead and swatch it for you right here. But to me, it gives a very similar effect to the lip color she had on Jabba's Palace. So it just depends on the look that you're going for. Take a look at the scene and see how that goes. All right, and one final step that is very, very extra is I'm actually gonna take a white eyeliner, this is from Ulta, and I'm going to put it in the inner corner of my eye. You can make it look a little ugly first. And then I'm gonna take my finger and I'm just gonna blot it down a little bit. All right, and this is my finished product. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope you think that this is a pretty good representation of her makeup. And let me know anything in the comments, anything you want to talk about, if you're excited for the Book of Boba Fett coming out. I am. Yeah, alrighty. Thank you guys. I might show you my costume later on next month when it's Halloween time, but until then, may the Force be with you. Bye.